Come on, 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 come on. We laggy? Are we laggy? Are we laggy? Are we alright? Are we alright? Oh my God! Come on! Come on! Up yours! Get in! Oh dear me! Get in, lads! Oh, this is so funny. I am so hungover. The second day. Come on. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the James Lawrence Allcott channel that is currently not lagging. Whew, what a buzz. Guys, if you are watching this for the fourth time, I love you. We've done it. We've bloody done it, guys. Oh, unbelievable. Get in. Up yours. Right, yeah, welcome back to James Lawrence Allcott channel. For anyone who's just arriving and seen me lose my mind, there's a reason for that. Because, yeah, we've been trying to get this stream going, and we finally have it going. Right, for hard work alone, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, because we will get there. We will always get there. Come on, the lads. Oh, FM 2020 vibes, that was. Right, let's talk Premier League predictions, because of course the transfer window is now slammed shut, and now we can have a little look at my league table. Now this is the league table from my first season predictions, which I'm sure you can go and have a look at if you would like to. What I'm going to do is I've put together my new predictions based on the first few games of the season, and yeah, just the feelings I have, right? So it isn't that anymore. It's not that anymore. So if you're wondering, oh, I've got the table now, I'm off. No, stick around, because it's not like that. And I've got to be honest, I feel like there's some little mini leagues along the way. Now, you guys in the chat have said a few times, whenever we kind of do these streams and we say you can make one change, the one change that you end up making is for one of the big sides. So there are so many places here up for grabs, in my opinion. And I'm pretty relaxed about this. So I think I will put forward mine, right? But within these sort of mini leagues that I've got, I will allow you guys to put forward the one change. So actually, we're probably going to have like 4 changes at the end of this. So make sure you stick around to the end and get involved along the way. But yeah, we bloody made it. I can't believe it. We can have a little look. And also, that's the other thing I want to do is I want to just have a little chat with you. That's why I want to stick at this. Because we can look at squads as well, get your thoughts on it. So I'll talk initially, and then you will. Now, you've stuck with me in a big way. But do you know who else has stuck with me? Those guys over at Surfshark. And well, look, this is all about squads, and I don't know how good your squad's going to be, but I think it depends who's in your squad, doesn't it? Do you know who's always in my squad when I'm building on the internet and need a great VPN? Surfshark and Sharky, because the guys are back. Surfshark sponsoring the video, absolute legends. If you haven't heard of Surfshark, Surfshark is a VPN that keeps your online data safe by encrypting all of the data between your device and the internet, keeping those pesky cannibals at bay. No, not you, Sharky, cyber criminals. With a Surfshark VPN, you can change your real location to basically any location around the world. 3,200 servers and access to 95 different countries, which you do have via Surfshark's VPN, means that you can watch Netflix from Japan or America or Canada and access new content that way. Also, if you're on holiday, you won't be able to watch your favorite sports shows. With a VPN, you can change your location back to the UK and you won't miss out on any of those big events. Masking your IP address is essential in becoming private online. A VPN makes sure your city, country, and download history isn't linked to your identity, and Surfshark's Clean Web feature blocks ads, phishing attempts, tracking, and malware, allowing you to surf the web safely. And the final thing that makes Surfshark such great value is the fact that you can use a Surfshark VPN on unlimited devices. It's amazing. Surfshark have been super supportive of me and the channel, and it's a VPN that I use myself on holiday and at home, and you should do the same. So I encourage you to take a look at the link in the description. That goes to Surfshark's VPN website, and importantly, get yourself a great offer, 83% off plus 3 months extra for free if you use my link in the description and use the code Allcott. What's that, Sharky? Good point. Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk at all. Links in the description. Do you know who's... There we go. Thank you, Surfshark, and sorry for all the different lives that we've done here. I'm getting really panicky because I'm seeing that the stream is saying that it's got problems with it, but we were going to press on, and I'll just wait for you guys, okay? Lagazer, yeah, Lagatha Christie. Am I right? Right, let's get into this. I'm not going to mess about. Straight into the situation. Right, so this was the previous league table, and I don't think there's a few that stood out for me. I'd love to know actually straight away from the chat where you're at with this. By the way, if you want to get Surfshark and 3 months free, links in the description. So that one's been and gone. Let's put forward my league table now. So it might be a bit messy for a second, but don't worry, we make our way through because I've got it all set up here. Right, off we go. Background, bosh. Right, I'm going to very quickly make my way through, okay? And then we'll talk about it. Here we go. Table. So I've got Bournemouth now still in 20th. I can't get them away from it. And we'll have a look at the analyst who've got some bits and pieces there. Leicester City, I've got in 19th. We'll talk about it. We will talk about it. Nottingham Forest, now in 18th, going down. Bear with me. Don't get angry. I have no ill feeling towards any of your clubs. Maybe one of them. Southampton, sneaking up, staying up quite possibly. And so that's my first league table. I've got a few, so as I was saying at the start of the video, I've got a few mini league tables, right? And this feels like the first one for me because I keep asking the question. So tell me in the chat now, who are your bottom three? Who are in your bottom three? Because at the moment, I feel like it's between those four. And for very different reasons, right? Bournemouth, first and foremost, I just can't see the quality there. I just can't see it. And I keep trying to... I think they've got the teamwork. I think they've got the team spirit. And I think they've got an idea. But when I look at XG, and I do care about XG, I just see them rock bottom in terms of the chances that they're creating. And they're absolutely miles off it in that sense. And so I just can't... I can't get them near it at this moment in time in terms of what they're creating. Let's have a look at the XG here. I just can't see it. They're right down there. Open play XG, Bournemouth down there. What is it? Set play shots as well down there as well. Everyone. I thought maybe I'm getting my stats wrong. Oh, there we are. We're kind of up there. And they're conceding a lot at this moment in time. And because of that, I just can't get away from them. Leicester City. Now, all of these shouts could go wrong. All of these shouts could be miles off. Because I think there's a huge caveat here. When it comes to the Premier League, I don't think you've ever had it this tough. And so the reasons why you could go down, every team's got good players. Every team in this league has got good players. But when it comes to the bottom three for me, I'm just struggling to get away from those four. Now, there are people in the next little group that I think it'd be fair to say that you could chuck them in that group as well. I just feel like they've got different things. So Leicester City, I'm concerned about them when it comes to set pieces. I think it looks ugly at the moment. I think Brendan Rodgers doesn't want to be there. The squad just feels really, really poor right now. And again, there could be so much of this. There could be so much short-termism here and recency bias, and I could get it terribly, terribly wrong. And I'll only say that once, but understand that that's a thought throughout, okay? Nottingham Forest, I did a video with Rory recently and I kind of explained it there, so go check that one out. But they've just lost me a bit. They've just lost me a bit recently. I'm struggling. It's too much, and maybe it's the QPR thing. It is just screaming, and I think Steve Cooper can be that glue. it's just too many transfers. I think to a point where it hurts. It's going to hurt in terms of like the media spotlight. The story is them going down, and you're going to have a really unhappy dressing room. Like half the dressing room won't be great. The quality is there, and that might bring them together, but he's got some very hard decisions to make. Southampton, I've been quietly impressed by them so far this season. Lavia is out for a while now. That will hurt them. But I have been impressed, I've got to be honest. And I think they might just have enough. I can see them kind of getting sucked back into it again. I really struggled between Southampton and Nottingham Forest. So in terms of these different league tables that I'm talking about here, you guys, it's going to be out of those four if you want to make a switch, because I think I need to kind of narrow it down so that I can involve you but it not get too messy. Let's keep moving, okay? And I apologise to the teams that I put down there. I don't want anyone to go down, obviously. It just something doesn't feel right about them at all. Right, next up, I've got Everton. I've got Leeds. I've got Fulham, who were 20th, you'll remember. And I remember Southampton were in my bottom three, actually, at the start of it. So they've kind of moved up as well. And I've got Brentford. I put them in this second little league table for me, okay? So let me work my way through those guys. So you've got someone like Everton, and hopefully we're up to date here. If there's any little mistakes, then I apologise, but this is always a kind of work in progress. I've been really impressed with what they've done with their midfield. I think that's going to really, really help them. It's going to keep them in games. I really like Patterson. I like Mikalenko. I think they will... I don't think they'll set the world alight, but I think they'll be in most games. They'll get a lot of draws, they'll sneak some wins. I think they've got the right attitude within that team. Lampard wants to do well. I like Lampard, to be honest. I still have a concern when it comes to the striking positions. I'm not totally convinced on McNeil, but Gordon has remained, and I think Gordon will be good for them. Leeds, I've been impressed with. I thought they would be fine. I don't think I've moved them much, if I'm honest. Overall, I'm pretty happy with them. Let me just think of a cock joke. No, can't think of anything. Bit hungover. Apologies for that. Dave Sinistera, I think we said he was going to be one of those players to watch this year. And I think he, on either side, I think he's got a lot of goals in scored in the last two. Maybe there's a bit of recency bias there. Can they still sort out the left-hand side? Quite possibly, but I think they're being quite clever in how they're doing it, allowing Harrison to get wide and he'll create things. What's put Brentford above them for me is the fact that they've got... When I look at their XG a lot of the time, they always kind of... What's the opposite of flatter to deceive? It's the opposite. They always do that. And I'm not falling it for it this time. Fulham, I think, have really impressed me. I think they've been brave in what they've done. And I also think... So in Mitrovic and Tony, you've got two strikers that will score goals. And I think with the general level of the league being so high, I think that could be huge. That could be absolutely huge. Let me see if I screw this up again. But when it comes to the XG, I think it was set play XG in particular. Brentford were nice and high on that. And I think that's worth remembering. And I think that there's goals to be scored there for them. They are always really, really strong in both boxes when it comes to that. And I think there's something to be said about that. And with Tony, I think I said it. If you go watch it, I said I always get this wrong and never give them the credit they deserve. I think if you ever look at their XG in their games, and obviously XG is there for a reason. It's not the be all and end all, but it does say a lot. They're always in a good place, and having those two strikers makes me think that they'll be okay. And Fulham, as I said, were they going to be brave enough or not? I like the recruitment that they've put in place as well. Let me just show you that. Mitrovic needs to stay fit. Vinicius, if you have to use him, then that's still a decent option. Wilson still to come back as well, who does add quality. Pereira's got the bit between his teeth. Polina, great signing. Sorted out the back four as well. I think they're in a good place. I do think they're in a good place personally. Rob Turner with a fun fact there. Tony's only 5'11". Thanks for that. JCC, I see you, my friend. Thank you very much. Right. He agrees, of course, because he is a Fulham fan. So that is my next mini league. So if you want to change one of those, we can do that as well as we work together along this little road that we're creating here. And I'm just delighted no one said the word lag. But someone's going to do it now I've said that. Forget it. Right, we move on to the next little league table. Again, I feel like these are bunched up as well. So Aston Villa fans, Catherine, here we go. Oh, wrong one. So Aston Villa in 12th. Brighton in... Oh, have I got them in the wrong way around? Did I swap these around last minute? I might have. No, I didn't. Brighton in... I'm missing someone. All right. Wolves. Wolves in 11th. Brighton in 10th. Crystal Palace in 9th. One thing that did scare me just before I went live was when I was looking at the analyst, which is another link that's in the description. So shout out to them because I love this website. When it came to set plays last season, because I've just got a real feeling for Palace this year. I just like what they're about. I think they've got answers, which I think is really important. But when it came to set plays in expected goals against, that's it. That really interested me. Their set play XG is really high, and at the moment they're kind of running hot, if that makes sense, in terms of not conceding that many, and much higher than anyone else. I thought that was really, really interesting. So something to keep an eye on there, which might hurt them in some games. But I do love the fact that they have creative players with answers, and I think that will keep them in good stead. For Brighton, there has to be a drop-off with Potter going. I think you lose momentum when you lose the figurehead in that way, but it's a well-run club. We'll see who the new manager is. I think they'll be fine. I think they could continue if that new manager doesn't change too much and keeps it moving forward, which all people should be doing in their lives. Wolves, they don't give away. Again, final time. Well, not final, but another time coming back to this. This is really interesting, right? So this is zones of control. And Wolves, if you see in the bottom right, hang on, I'll scroll up. Wolves do control. So the blue means the team gain more than 55% of total touches. They do control the pitch a lot of the time. But what's so mad is that they just really, really don't create. I'm worried about their squad. I'm worried about Costa. But I think overall they've got enough ballers to get them through. And thus, I've put them in 11th place. A lot of bad will for Villa at the moment. I do think that they have quite possibly got... They've got a very good squad. And they should be all right. And will Gerrard stay? Basically, if Gerrard stays, they'll kind of find their feet and get going. And if Gerrard goes, they'll bring someone in and get a better, kickstart from that squad. And so either way, I just feel like they'll have enough. They'll have enough. I think it's interesting because a lot of those in that little mini league table, Wolves and Brighton, they're teams that people don't talk about a lot. So some people might just kind of go, well, Wolves are crap. And they don't score a lot of goals, but they are a competent team, and they really concede very little chances. Very, very little chances. I think I've spoken about everyone there. Right, we keep on moving forwards because it's all we can do. Now, this is up for grabs. This is like a little mini league as well. Very small mini league. I've got Newcastle 8th. I've got West Ham 7th. Now, you could spin that around and I'd be cool with it. Because Newcastle haven't got the European problem that Man City have, and I expect West Ham, and I expect West Ham to go far in the Conference League this year because of the squad that they've got. Overall, I've just kept West Ham above Newcastle because I still think, when you look at the depth of both of those squads, let's have a quick look. You look at the depth of both of those squads, it is still very different. There's a massive drop off. I don't know why Gomes is there. Don't worry about the green, but like that back line, for example, aft and in the right back and left back positions, there's a drop off everywhere. They're getting there. I still think this is a bit of a problem, and I don't know why he's that colour. Is it this one? It is. But yeah, there's that drop off. Whereas when we go to West Ham, I think pretty much everywhere they have real depth, real depth, and thus they should have answers. So that's why I put them there at the moment. But I do think this is the thing. Again, tough league, right? And so many elements kind of go into the gumbo. That is what comes out in terms of results, and also like how the team plays against you, things like that. I do think that West Ham should have enough to get themselves in a strong position. But I would not be surprised if Newcastle just kind of find that momentum, finish above West Ham. I really wouldn't be surprised. What I would say is I do feel like West Ham have been a bit unlucky so far this season with the games they've played and the points that they've got. So I think they'll get back to where they want to be. sort of in that mini league, because I think people are getting a little bit carried away. I nearly would put Man United, who've got 6 here. And if you've got OCD, look away now, because apologies, like you can't, for some reason, you can't like move them perfectly. Oh, that's not too bad. I've put Man United 6th. No way I see them getting any higher than that. I think people are getting a bit too gassed about them. Because it's going to take time, and I do think the way they're playing as well is quite sort of on the counter-attack. I haven't seen them really dominate teams yet. Yeah. So with the sort of quality that's above them, I'm just not feeling it just yet. You've got new players in. They've all got a gel. Ten Hag needs to get a lot more across. I think there's calm in the seas right now. But I guess, look, if we were doing this a couple of weeks ago, they'd be 17th. So, just be happy with that, I'd say. I've gone with Chelsea next in 5th. And the reason I've gone for them in 5th, and again, this could be wrong, because I think we've got the rest of the teams I think you can pretty much put in a mini league. Maybe one team at the top, soon to be revealed. Bet you can't guess. I think are out on their own a little bit. But Chelsea could finish 2nd. Potter could go in and fix it, and it works. It feels great. But I just wonder. Something doesn't feel right. And I know in my first one, I was saying I'm not going to concentrate on what feels right. That's me, guys. All about the feels. Okay? Thus, I'm not convinced yet. It's a bad time to predict where Chelsea will finish, because you just don't know. And the squad's mad, isn't it? The squad is pretty crazy. I don't know if we're up to date with Chelsea. Let's have a little look. If I've got it wrong, apologies again. Yeah, Aubameyang's in there. There's a lot of quality there. And again, how are they going to play? There's a video on the channel if you want to go and see it, where we talk about how Potter's going to play. But that squad is a great squad, and they could very easily, and having spent all that money, could really find their feet. Will Potter get the response he wants? Will he get the respect he deserves? Those are the two big questions when it comes to it. Orba washed, says someone. Interesting, Joe. I think he'll score goals, I think he will. Interesting to see if what Potter thinks about all of them. A lot of egos in there he's going to have to deal with now. Right, into the final throws. So I would put Chelsea. I would put Liverpool. We'll talk about it. I will put Tottenham. And we'll chuck Arsenal down. Okay. That is a league in itself. Arsenal, Tottenham, Liverpool, Chelsea. I don't put Man United in it. I think Man United are in a little league. So hear me out. Chelsea could finish 2nd. Liverpool could finish 2nd. Tottenham could finish 2nd. Easily. I expect Liverpool to heavily improve. But something doesn't feel right. And I know, and I've said this myself, and as I look at that, I'm thinking, James, what are you doing? Go with history. Don't fall for it. And I might be wrong. But when I was putting it together, I've got to go with what I've seen so far. And something doesn't feel right there. I know you bring in Darwin Núñez, it's going to really help. Fabinho's been poor, though. Joe Gomez has been poor, and I know these players are going to come back. And if you're a Liverpool fan, I understand that you should be disagreeing with this. And so you should. So you should. Completely agree with that. But in terms of what I've seen, I feel like Arsenal have been my favourite team to watch this year. I think Arsenal have the depth. I also think Europa League will be less taxing on them. I do think that. And I think you can use the sort of second string there in terms of that squad. And so that will allow them to keep that eye on the Premier League. The problem, I think Tottenham have a lot of quality. I do think the Champions League, at little times along the way, is gonna hurt. I do think that. And they don't play as... I spoke to a lot of Tottenham fans at the weekend at a wedding, and they're always saying, we're not actually playing that well. I think that's worth keeping in mind. And you can only go on what you've seen. And Arsenal have played the most exciting football in the league this year. That is a fact. And so just got to, go how you feel. It's a great squad. I think it can improve and can get better. I think Conte could go far in the Champions League as well with the group that they've got. But again, if that happens, that could take away from the Premier League. And when it comes to the Premier League, I just feel like Arsenal will find more answers. This guy is delusional, says John North. Thanks, John. Why are you watching? Weird. You're weird, aren't you? Bit weird, that. I'm not saying you're weird. I'm saying that take feels a bit weird. Why are you here? And then I think Man City will obviously win it. I think they'll win it by a decent way. But that's what I've got here. Now, let's make those changes together. Because Liverpool... So, look, I think that could be different. They could all be different. This is dangerous. Let's not move more. But I get it. There could be changes. So let's go through our mini leagues, and I want you to spam the chat and tell me which one you would change. What I will say, and I will ask for honesty here. And this is a twist, and you're not going to like it. You can't. I was going to say you can't vote for your team, because I just know we've got a lot of Liverpool fans and a lot of Arsenal fans in here. All I say is go with your head, not your heart, okay? Let's do that. Okay? So, we'll start at the bottom. Of my initial group, so that's Southampton, Nottingham Forest, Leicester City, and Bournemouth. What change would you have? Southampton, Nottingham Forest, Leicester City, and Bournemouth. Give me an up or a down. Okay, here it comes flying in now. Have I got one wrong? And that is mine, by the way. That's my final one. That's how I feel it will play out. So let's start at the bottom. Don't give me any Spurs nonsense, any of that other stuff. Let's concentrate on the area we're at. Let's look at the whole league as a whole. And I want you to stay with those guys. People are saying Leicester City up. There's a lot of Leicester up. People aren't believing that. Southampton up as well. I'm going to go with Leicester up. Okay, so Leicester up. What, one? I can only do one move because I don't want it getting too messy because this will go on forever. So there can only be one move. So Leicester to move up one. That means Forest finish second bottom. Okay. Next one. Here we go. Next league table. Everton, Leeds United, Fulham, Brentford. You can have one up or one down. I know it's not going to be perfect. And of course you can do yours. You can send this to me on Twitter. I'll have a little look at it. I won't reply, but I'll have a little look at it. Okay? And whilst you're doing this, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And check out Surfshark. So what are we saying in the next one? Brentford, Fulham, Leeds, Everton. We're getting a lot of Everton, Leeds, Fulham, lots here. Okay, here we go. This is good. This is nice. Brentford up. What am I seeing? I'm seeing Everton down, Fulham down. It's all over the place here. I'm not sure we can pick one here. Ooh, I think that's too messy. No change. I'm calling it. No change. Okay. Waiting. Next league. But good. Well done. Oh, you want a poll, do you? Could do a quick poll. Do a poll as we spam the next one. All right. Okay. Up or down one. So what did we have in that last league? I mean, let's not change it for the sake of change. Do you know what I mean? Everton. Leeds United. Add option. We've got Fulham. These. Right, the community has been asked. In the meantime, next league table, we've got Villa, Wolves, Brighton, and Palace. Out of that one, what are you saying? Who's going up? Who's going down? Villa down for sure. There'll be a lot of that. Same Brighton down, some same. Lucas, same perfect. Thank you so much. Man United 6 foot is spot on. No change. Quite a lot of no change. Yep. So it's that area though. Focus on that when it comes to the chat. Lot of Villa downs. There's a lot of Villa downs. We're going to Brentford. Brentford fans will be buzzing. In an unprecedented step, Brentford move up above Villa. Okay. Brentford are in. We'll have a look at the poll. I'm just going to click on one. Leeds, I don't think anyone's clicking on. Oh, no, actually, I can close that. Right. What did we have for this? So for that poll, end poll. What were the final results? I can't see them. Oh, there we go. So 39% saying Everton. Well, up or down with Everton? Probably I wrote it wrong, didn't I? It's too many choices. Was it Everton up or down? Up. Answer the Everton question. It was down. Everton down. Okay. What, you're going to Southampton above him? Fascinating. Okay. Right, next up. Our next mini league. I think West Ham, Newcastle is much of a muchness, so we're going to leave that. Man City, I'm going to leave there as well. So now Arsenal, Tottenham, Liverpool, and Chelsea. That is the last one now. What are you doing? Anyone up or down? Only one way they can move. Let's sort that out. As I move Everton down. Down, 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 down. Right, look, see what we've got here. Spurs up. We've got a bit of Spurs up, knocking them out. We've got a bit of Liverpool up. This could have to be a poll, can't it? Because I know what you lot are like. Although you can't do up or down. That's the problem. I'll say we'll do it like we did last time. Up or down. And don't just pick Liverpool because you're a Liverpool fan. I expect you all to be smarter than that. It's not about who you support and all that nonsense. It's about how you feel the season's going to play out. We're looking to try and be correct here, okay? Take in your neutral one aura and utilise it. Is the poll there? There's the poll. The poll is there. Let me look at the chat. A few Arsenal downs, a few Spurs downs. It's pretty messy at the moment. There's a lot going on. I think we're going to have to go to the poll for this final one. Does anyone think Man City aren't going to win it? And actually, that's another question for the chat. Who is the contender if Man City aren't to win it? I think that's worth saying. Right, we're getting close to the end, of course, now, guys. So please do consider hitting the like button, subscribe button, and this is the key one, guys, notification bell. That's why when I do 4 lives in an hour, you won't miss one, even the laggy ones. Right, final decision. Here it comes. Let's have a look. Who is dominating the poll? Spurs, 30. God, it's tight. 28%, 19%, 22%. Last chance to vote. I'll give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's high octane stuff. The poll ends, and Spurs have 30%. They've just about snuck it. So when it comes to Spurs, up or down, what were you saying there? You're saying Spurs should be up or down here? The Flav effect. I know. Again, unbelievable. We're saying Spurs up or down here? A lot of Spurs up. Up. Spurs to finish second. It's up. You guys are saying up. Wow, did not see that. Did not see that at all. Leapfrogging those sweet, sweet Gunners. Unbelievable scenes here. I mean, upset for everyone, let's be honest. Wow. That's it. I had to, guys. I had to. I said, don't do it. I'm sorry. Sorry, it's just the way it goes. Judgy Gamer, thank you very much. Any final thoughts, guys? I'll read out a few comments because it's always good. But thank you for getting involved in this. This has been class. I think so. So that's our one together as a team. I think that's pretty solid. I mean, I would go with the Arsenal. I think they will be above them. But otherwise, it's going to be exciting down the bottom. I'm telling you that. All 3. Right, guys. I love you all. Thank you for sticking with me, especially the ones that joined for all the lives. I apologise for the lagging. Hopefully, we've fixed it now. We can only move forwards, and you must do the same. Have a great week. Going to be doing my World Cup squad selector soon, and I might do a live predicting every team's player of the season. Maybe on Wednesday. So again, hit the notification bell. Go check out Surfshark. Links in the description.